What is the ruling on making ghusl for Jummah? Can I make it before Isha or after Isha on Thursday, since Maghrib is the indicator for a new day? The ruling on making the ghusl for Jummah is just like the previous question that Adam asked about regarding the second Jama'ah. The scholars of Islam, they differ. They have different views. Most of the fuqaha hold the view that ghusl al-Jum'ah is recommended and preferable. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. And some of Ahlul Hadith and some of the fuqaha, they have the view that it was mandatory. It's wajib. That's the opinion what I feel is the strongest and the closest to the authentic sunnah. As the Prophet ﷺ said in many hadith, من جاء منكم الجمعة فليغتسل. غسل الجمعة واجب على كل محتلم. The hadith of Ibn Umar, the hadith of Abi Sa'id, the hadith of Abi Huraira, hadith kathira jiddan. With regards to the Prophet ﷺ frankly stating wash, and that it's mandatory to wash on the day of Jumu'ah. As far as the hadith of Samurah, Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah from Samurah, the narration with regards to فَبِهَا وَنِعْمَةٌ وَمَنِ اغْتَسَلَ فَالْغُسْلُ أَفْضَلُ. There's a long discussion with regards to the hadith. Is it authentic? Is it not? Can that hadith يتعارض, go against and clash with the other authentic hadith, etc. What's important is it's a long issue of khilaf among the ulama, and I don't think in our modern times in 2017 taking a shower on Jumu'ah is something which is that difficult as it was in the past when water was scarce, when people had to travel, when there was difficulty, when there was a hardship. Everyone wasn't free. People were slaves. People had this, people had that, donkeys, camels, and the list goes on. So therefore, I believe that Ghusl al-Jum'ah is mandatory, and it is not preferable. It's mandatory for those who are going to attend the Jum'ah. And the ulama, some of them, they say that it's mandatory, as we said, and others, they say that, what? It's preferable. It shouldn't be left alone. It should not be abandoned if you have the ability to do it. As far as when do you make the Ghusl of Jum'ah, then the earliest that you can make it, the earliest that the Ghusl is valid, is after Salatul, or after the Fajr, the Dukhul al-Fajr. You don't have to necessarily pray yet. Let's say the Salah comes in at, let's say, hypothetically speaking, 4 a.m. And the Iqamah at the Masjid is 4:20, mathalan. So it's permissible to make your Ghusl for Jum'ah with the intention at 4:01 a.m. 4:01 a.m. And you're not going to sweat, you're not going to run, you're not going to work, you're not going to do anything that's going to break your Ghusl until 1 o'clock or 1:30 or 1:15. It's just permissible as long as it's time for Fajr and not after the Fajr prayer, but the actual time of Fajr. That's with regards to validity. As far as when is it best to make the ghusl, then some of the ulama, such as Imam Malik rahimahullah, they held the view that it's best to make the ghusl on the way to Jumu'ah, that you make me fresh and clean on the way. Al-Muhim, the earliest that you can make it as far as a valid ghusl is Fajr time. Thursday night, it is a new day, but it is still considered the layl. It's still nighttime. It's not actual daytime. Wallahu alam.